some of you need to hear this, and I'm calling some of you out. If you're a troll online, if you're a person online that just loves negativity, then shame on you. Shame on you. So I woke up this morning, I'm like, enough's enough. I've got these opinions, I've got these things circling around in my head. They're definitely unpopular for some people. If you like it, give a thumb up, subscribe. First of all, I'm going to talk about Facebook a little bit. A lot of us, we've had our Facebook accounts for over 10 years, right? I've had mine for about 14 years, 13, 14 years. I wasn't one of the early adopters. What I've noticed is a trend. You've got different kinds of mindsets on Facebook. You've got people that celebrate success, that love your content, that rejoice in positivity in the things that you do, and support other people, especially content creators. It's very difficult to break out of the noise of all the other content going on. And entertainers, we also wear another hat, and it's a marketing hat, and we've got to be able to create lots of content, cut through the noise of other creators, because we obviously want to get more shows, we want to get noticed. So we have to post a lot of content, right? So the other day, I post some content, and you get a whole bunch of people that love your content, right? And then you get some that you haven't actually heard from or seen or spoken to for years that decide that this is the time to write some snarky comments and write some sort of pseudo negative comments, passive aggressive, and they have a little dig at you, and they have this negative little sort of things, and then other people comment on the negativity like, oh, that's so funny. It's not about somebody hurting my feelings on my channel, but what it is about is any of my positive posts that gives them an opportunity where they could celebrate some of my successes, like traveling around the world doing hypnosis shows and getting hired by major cruise lines, and some of these like victories in my career that quite frankly I'm enjoying and I know some of my friends are enjoying, but they take the opportunity on some of my posts just to write negative shit, which is a strange mindset, right? Imagine waking up and looking through your Facebook timeline and just picking a couple of people that are on your friends list that you actually haven't physically seen in real life at all, or if you have, it was a long time ago, and you just decide to get passive aggressive on them and bash their posts, and you don't really want their success. There is a saying, jealous hands can't clap, and to a lot of degree it's very true, but it's also about programming. Some people have this negative program and they're only going to comment on things that are negative, or they're only going to comment on things that they feel they can have a dig at you, because all the other successful posts or all the other things that are going really well or all the nice things they don't want to post on, of course, because they've got to say. So if you're the kind of person that I haven't seen for years, or you just want to have a little dig at me or a little snidey comments, then you'll find yourself unfriended, and I really don't care, because you don't do anything for me anyway. All my supporters and all my friends and all the people that give me positive feedback, thank you so much, because you really give me the encouragement to continue on the path that I'm on. I actually think that Facebook is great that they limit you to 5,000 friends, because we don't know these people in person. We don't have a really good relationship with our Facebook friends list. Most of us in the entertainment business in particular, in the early days of Facebook 10 plus years ago, we felt that the more friends we had, the more sort of popular we were, and we just needed to flood our friends list with as many people as possible. And that's not the case anymore, because once you get to 5,000 friends, you can't add any more. And what I've noticed is the more successful I've become, the better friends I've gained, because the more I gravitate towards like-minded people, and the more I almost have become friends with a lot of people around the world that are doing what I'm doing, not necessarily hypnosis, but singers, athletes, Cirque du Soleil shows and things like that, especially from cruise ships, mentalists, magicians. And they're such quality people that I don't need these people. All they want to do at any opportunity is just have a little dig at me. So I don't really care if that hurts your feelings. It probably doesn't. You probably don't care less, because you're just walking around writing negative stuff on other people's posts as well, but you're just not going to do it on mine. I did a positivity video, go back to my YouTube channel, 2024, January the 1st, and I did what I thought was a really good motivational piece about getting success, and this is your year, and taking control of your own destiny, and being what you want to be. I'm sitting in an area now where there's a lot of snowbirds here. This is one of my rental properties here in Orlando, Florida. And there's a lot of elderly people here. And I always like to ask them, do you have any regrets in life? Are you living your best life? Is there anything that you would change? And the vast majority of them just tell me all the time, yeah, one of the things I would change is that I didn't work so bloody hard all my life. I didn't spend my entire life working for a company and working for a boss, only to find myself retired and only enjoying a few years of my life left. So listen to the older generation, listen to the older people. One of the unpopular opinions is having these toxic people in your life, having people in your life that don't deserve to be in your life. They don't deserve it because they're not living their best life and it's rubbing off on you. So if there's people in your life holding you back and preventing you from being the best version of you, and I don't care whether that's a virtual friend, an online friend, a family member, in real or otherwise, get rid of them. You've got to get rid of them because you don't have long left. Life is so short. Change the way you think. Live yourself into a new way of thinking. Live your life as it's supposed to be intended, which is to help people, not to write negative shit all over somebody's profile on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. Embrace other people's success and help people out. We're now another year later. What are you doing? What have you done? What have you done so far this month? Have you taken massive action? Have you taken risks? Are you doing things towards your goals, or just sit there manifesting stuff? I'm going to make my vision board. I'm going to think it into reality. That's all well and good. That's all nice and fluffy. But unless you take action, unless you take risks, you're going to realize and find out very quickly that actually nothing's going to happen, because you were doing that in 2022 and 2021 and 2023. You were manifesting in 2020. This is my year in 2019. And yet, what actually happened? Nothing, because you didn't take action, you didn't take risks, and you didn't actually put some money into your career. Listen, you need to spend money. You need to run Facebook ads, YouTube ads. You need to create promo. You need to create content. You need to get in front of people. You need to hustle every single day. There's somebody I'm mentoring at the moment, the Chinese hypnotist out in Auckland, New Zealand. I've got to give my hat off and congratulate this young man, Haiming. He's doing a fabulous job. He's hustling every single day. He's working lead lists. He's pushing his business forward. He's got motivation and he wants to win and succeed. He's the kind of person I would congratulate every single day. Fraser's another one out in Scotland, hustling, working because he wants to fulfill his dream. Ultimately, he's going to be one of the winners. He's going to be one of the people that succeeds because he's grinding, he's working, he's taking absolute action. For your career to be a success, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be entertainment. You've got to spend money, you've got to be present, and you've got to show up. You've got to get out of bed early. You've got to go for a walk. You've got to have a good breakfast. You've got to get your mind in the game so that you can compete at a higher level. If you want to work on cruise ships, you've got to have excellent promo. You've got to do the right things. If you get an opportunity that lands on your lap, but it's not on your doorstep or in your immediate area, don't start preventing yourself from taking the opportunity. Sometimes you've got to wake up, smell the coffee, and just take action and realize that sometimes you've got to do things that do cost you money, but your reward is going to come later on. You've got to do things now that you can get rewarded for tomorrow, or do things this year that you can get rewarded for next year. That's the secret to success. It isn't going on Facebook just picking holes at people, just sniding at people. There's people out there that are like, AI is going to ruin the world, AI is horrible, and people are like, oh, it's not how it used to be. How it used to be isn't as good as what it is now. I think as the world evolves, we're actually getting smarter. We're actually presented with more knowledge and more information. We have resources like ChatGPT at our fingertips. There's so much more resources and tools that we have now than we did in the good old days, that the good old days aren't as good as the days we have now. We've still got conflicts, but we've always had conflicts. We've still got religious wars. We've always had religious wars. We've still got crooked politicians all around the world, and we always will have. You can't just start going on Facebook and YouTube and bashing them and ranting and raving about them, because nothing's going to change in your world. So you might as well support the people that are trying to do some positive things in life. You can't keep blaming Donald Trump. You can't keep blaming other leaders that we've had in the past, or blaming Joe Biden for a lack of action, or blaming these people you've never met. After all, they were elected. And it's not just in the US bashing our politicians, our leaders. As soon as somebody becomes a leader, half the country bashes them. That's not the way we can all grow together. Recently, Australia celebrated Australia Day, and a whole bunch of monuments were damaged because people are hating on Captain Cook. Captain Cook, as an entrepreneur, did things like navigation, exploration, like founded countries that actually already had indigenous populations on them, and did things that we're not proud of. But the fact that we're bashing him now, they were the people that won back in the day. Now, the people that win are the people with the most resources. It's the people that are willing to work the hardest. We're the winners. We're the ones that win. So nothing really has changed. The bottom line is life is too short, and you've got to enjoy your life, and you've got to do the things that you want to do, and you've got to be around family if that's what you want to be, or travel if that's what you want to do, or build a business if that's what you want to do. You need to get out of bed, spend money on your business, spend money living your dream. It's not going to come to you free. It's going to take sweat, equity. It's going to take grit and grind. It's going to take doing things you don't want to do. You're going to have to do things you don't want to do to get success, but that's how successful people became successful. You can't just live somebody else's Instagram dream because you don't know the backstory of how they hustled and how they worked hard. Nothing's changed. People always have consumed content over the years. Ever since the first time that man could write something, old-fashioned newspapers, old-fashioned tablets, old-fashioned things written in stone, nothing's changed. It's just digital. But now we're in the world where AI can write it for you and can make things easier for you to produce content and videos. Embrace the new technology. It's going to help you, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Listen, I'm a business builder. I have a coaching business. I mentor other people. I have a software company. I have a real estate portfolio. I'm a professional hypnotist, and I also provide clinical hypnosis for people around the world. So I do a lot in my life, and I enjoy every single second of it, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I love what I do. Live your best life. Get out there and do things. We're already clicking through this year, and if you're sitting still and not doing much, nothing's ever going to change. As they say, success leaves clues. Don't be a Facebook troll. Help and support other people out. Let's all thrive and prosper together. Peace.